Hi, I'm Lynn from Close to My Heart, and today I want to show you how you can create some beautiful sentiment cards for sympathy with sympathy, so sorry, condolences, get well, and thinking of you. And I'm loving this Paper Garden Stamp of the Month for September, and I really wanted to show you how you can get 4 colors on one stamp and stamp it where it looks absolutely stunning. So let's get started. So let me just show you, first of all, this is the new annual inspirations, and the stamps of the month are not located in this book, so you won't find it in here. The holiday expressions is also available now, so you can get this booklet for free when you place an order on my site, but that's where the stamps of the month are located. They're actually in the back instead of the front, so 4 stamps of the month are in this little booklet. And this is the stamp set, Paper Garden, which you can get for $17.95 or with a $50 purchase for only $5, which is a really great deal. But I have a great card workshop that I want to share with you with a couple of different price points, because if you want to dabble, you can dabble. If you want to do a lot more, you can do more. But if you want to have it all and make a ton of cards, there's a program for you and special deals along the way. So let's show you. So here's the beautiful stamp set, and you can see it's really been lovingly used, and it coordinates with the Cricut Artiste collection. So there'll be these 2 flowers as well as this leaf are on the Cricut collection, which makes stamping so easy. Now in the card workshop, that's something I do. I do the Cricut cuts for you. Now this is the sentiments. This is called Sincere Expressions. And it's a beautiful stamp set that works so well with the Paper Garden. And I think you're really going to enjoy the technique that I'm going to share with you. There's 4 new inks. Actually, there's new, not inks, but yes, inks and papers. And this is out of the Enchantment collection. And these are the 7 new colors. So I'm going to be working with Poppy and Fern, as well as showing you some cards made with the purple Eggplant. And these are the 7 beautiful new colors that you can get in the Enchantment palette, which is a lot of fun to work with. Okay, so let me show you the card I want to create for you. Let me give you a close-up. So let me show you how easy. This looks like a real challenging card, but it's really not. I wanted to really get it in your hands so you can see how much fun it is. So let's get started. First of all, I'm also going to be using the Quatrefoil dry embossing folder, and in the card workshop I've already done the cut for you and embossed the piece of paper for you so you can see it right there. Now I wanted to show you that I actually want to sand this, and we have a great sanding kit, and all you're doing is going right over the images. Whoops, and it's okay. I'm pretty tough on my product line. All right, so now you can see how distressed it looks? Everybody knows, my customers know I love distressing things. And I'll even take it a step further. I'm actually going to sponge daub. Now in the card kit, you will get some sponge daubers to work along with the 4 inks that I'm using. So today, right now, I'm gonna be showing you the new Poppy, a cranberry red, the new Fern, and Flaxen, which is this color right here. Okay, move that on the side. Now let me show you, this is the Poppy paper. Now the Poppy red is so pretty. It's a pretty red that has like a little bit of a orangey rose tint to it. Not as deep as the cranberry, but I love like the shading with cranberry on the edges. This is actually Poppy, but you can do cranberry for an even deeper look. It all works well, but it's just a great color. Love that. Now, here's the piece of paper that I'm actually going to stamp. Now, let me just tell you one thing. When you get a brand new stamp set, you want to always season your stamps. And the best way to do that is they're beautiful and clean. You rub them against your skin, and that helps break them in a little bit and season them. And then when you ink this and press it on the paper, you want to make sure you get a nice clear look to it, and that's when you know you've been seasoning them well. So that's a great little tip. So here's this beautiful flower, right? You can see I've been lovingly using it. I should have a lot of experience now with this one, but I want to show you how we're going to get these 4 colors right on here. So I'm going to take this whole ink of flaxen, okay? That's this color right here, if you can see it, and go completely on top. And then I'm going to use my Poppy sponge dauber and ink. And right along the flowers. Now, if you're not sure where the flowers are, you can always be looking and cheating at your sleeve that the stamps come on. But you'll see I'm kind of going along onto some of the edges of flowers. Actually, this is a flower right here. All 3 of them right there. And I'm not worried about being perfect, all right? You don't have to do that. But here's cranberry now. Here's where you're going to add a little bit more color. So this is color number 3, right? And you can see I'm just going along some of the edges. I can play around with it and use it. Put some little berries right in there. Oh, there's another little flower in there. And then I'm going to use the Fern, which is a new green, and try to go back in on top of some of the flaxen. I don't have to cover it all completely because you want to have a little bit of a shaded look, and using it right like that. Maybe some of the stem. Okay, so that's your 4 colors. Now I'm going to grab my Versamat. I love stamping on this, right? This is a perfect mat to stamp on. And I'm going to stand up because the bigger the stamp, the more pressure. And I want a lot of pressure, and I want a really good imprint. So that's it. And peel that off. That's getting your 4 colors right there on that stamp. And I love doing that. Now, if I want to use this again, I'm going to clean my stamp in between each use and redo the whole program. Now, you'll know I love to distress. So I'm going to use the sponge dauber that's dancing in flaxen and go along the edges. And I'm just doing this real quick. All right, so here's the card. Now it's time to put it together. Now we sell regular cards and envelopes in Colonial White, which is such a pretty color, in a value pack where you get 50 cards and envelopes, and they're so worth it because you go through cards quickly. But this is just a nice way to do a bunch of cards at once. Now I'm going to show you where I want to leave a little bit of a border, a little bit of a white line in between, so it kind of separates it. And that's how simple and easy you can create that card. It doesn't take long at all. Now I also want to show you out of the sentiment stamp. This is with sympathy. I'm going to ink it up in the Poppy. And on the cutting guide, you're going to cut the paper a certain length. But depending on the message you choose, you might want to cut the paper down. And I'm just going to use a little bit of Poppy along the edge. I could use flaxen for a softer look. It really depends on what you want. Now, before I even do anything on that, I'm going to put this down. Now, here's the thing. With the cutting guide, you're going to actually cut these swatches a little bit bigger, but I don't really want a full 1-inch border. And it really depends on the size message. So if you're comfortable cutting things smaller at like 5/8 or 7/8 or whatever, go for it. But with the scissor, it could be that easy because now I want a little bit of border. And we're going to use our 3D foam tape, which I love that it's on a roll. Put it on the back. And pop it up, whoops, right on the card. So now you can see how pretty it is. You can make a bunch of these cards quickly. It's really takes no time at all. So the thing is, with this one, here's with sympathy. Now here's so sorry. Now you see I cut it shorter with a little dovetail and popped it up, so that's an option. This is condolences, all the same style. Now here it is with the eggplant and thistle. Purple is just such a pretty color for sympathy, and you'll really enjoy making this one as well. And eggplant is one of the new colors. All right, so actually that is card number 2, I believe. I don't remember. There's 3 cards in the workshop. You make 12 cards total. But this is another card, and I wanted to show you how easy this is to create as well. I'm not going to put the whole card together, but I wanted to show you. This is using the fence on this strip, and all I did was take this stamp, ink it up in flaxen, and I'm going to do it on scrap, and then started to stamp it, and you do it all the way down. So it's completely done. I edged it in flaxen, and then we sell this beautiful new foil adhesive tape. So it's all adhesive, and you glue this down first, then you put your tape underneath, and then you create this beautiful stamped image. It's the exact same technique. Here's the stamp, same thing. You ink it up in flaxen, you use your 4 colors to get that kind of a look, and then you add your message here. And I'm giving you these gold sequins as well, and you get a full sheet so you can make a bunch, which is really nice. So whether or not you like the red with the poppy or the eggplant with the purple, so those are your choices too. Love doing and showing you different things of what you can do. Now here's another card. This is the 3rd card that I'm going to show you. I really love this. This is all Cricut cut, okay? The Cricut Artiste is what coordinates with this stamp set. So it cuts all the flowers, the leaf, and the vine all on one button, which I really liked. I wanted to show you, I've also done the work and pre-cut these tabs for you and dry emboss them. And once again, I wanted to show you something a little different of what you can do. I'm just going to cut my little dovetail, make it simple, cut in, and now I'm going to swipe it. So this is the raised side, and if you just take your ink and go over the top, you're going to get a deeper look, so it makes it pop. So we use sanding, and now we're using our ink to create that look, to put it together. Now, I wanted to really show you how to get the fencing around the outside of the card. And it's so easy to do. This is my little mask. So let me pull that off. I'm going to use flaxen. And you know what? I'm not worried about it being perfect. As you can see, okay, I've already have a little missing spot. But let me ask you, how many fences do you know are perfect? Well, of course, if you live in a perfect house, it is. But I'm not worried about it. And I'm not worried about them not lining up completely perfectly. I'm going to do my best, but somebody getting this card's not going to know the difference. Only you, because I'm showing you right now. Now, when you get to the end here, that's when you want to cover it with a piece of masking or post-it note so that you don't go over anything you've already done. And there's my chain link all the way around. So that what you're going to do is, when you put this on top, do you see? You hardly see any of the imperfections. And even if it's there, nobody is really going to know. I also want to show you how I created the, what I did to the vine. Now the vine is actually cut in the Fern cardstock, but you can actually take the Fern ink, sponge dauber, and deepen it if you'd like. And I really like that. Really enjoy doing that to change the color a little bit, so hopefully you can see that there. And I wanted to also show you how to get your two-tone look on this beautiful flower. I'm going to ink the whole thing up first in poppy. And then what I'll do is I'm going to go around the edges in cranberry, right on the stamp. And I'm going to find where my flower is and stamp it. Now you can see the two-tone look right there. And that's all you have to do to make this kind of a card. You can do your sponging. I sponged in the leaves, I sponged in the vine, and I colored the Quatrefoil look as well. Popped up my flowers, and I stamped my sentiment in flaxen, but you can also stamp it in Fern if you'd like. Here it is in Eggplant, and you can do it in the poppy if you like, or the Eggplant if you like the purple or the red look as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's all I can share with you on these beautiful cards. It's a great card workshop. The stamp set's only available exclusively this month in September. All the details are on my blog at lynncomo.com. So thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye.